Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Filament Health's channel. Today, we further explore the future of psychedelics with CEO Ben Lightburn. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure to have you. So last time we kind of went up and down Filament, how you guys are kind of developing like the building out of actually properly growing and then actually supplementing those psychedelics and getting patents behind that process and a lot of other stuff in between. But today I kind of want to roll back a little bit and figure out the team behind Filament Health, the people kind of driving this forward. And we might as well kick it off with yourself, Ben. What's your kind of experience going? Let's go way back. Like, where did you start? What led you into the psychedelic sector? And then what ended up getting you into Filament?
That's a interesting story, actually. My very first job was shoveling biomass at a botanical extraction facility. We were actually making novel cancer APIs extracted from a plant called the California corn lily. And so it was really just by coincidence. Summer job in university, one thing led to another. Joined that company full time, then joined another company where I eventually became CEO. And then we sold that company. That was Matza Innovation. And, with that experience of building and selling companies dedicated to extracting high value compounds from natural sources, that's really where I thought I should, bring all that experience and some former colleagues to the psychedelics industry, because I strongly believe that, consumers eventually want a choice between synthetic and natural. And if there are no serious natural players, then they won't have that choice. And then adoption of these life-saving substances will be less. So that's Cole's Notes 30-second history of how I got into the industry.
So what was that kind of aha moment? Because I mean, psychedelics are extremely controversial, even leading up into this new kind of renaissance, starting like a few years ago with these companies. I mean, it's a pretty big leap. And a lot of people in this industry are really mission driven. Usually there's something that's impactful to them from like the mental health standpoint, where they saw like a lot of potential in this. Was this just something that fell in place from going from that job and then you just started seeing some opportunities there? Or what was that like moment in your life where you're like, psychedelics?
The aha moment was really reading about the efficacy of these natural substances, right? So in full honesty, a lot of the natural extracts I've been making over my career, a lot of the dietary supplements that are commonly marketed don't have very good clinical efficacy or proof that they work, right? And that's not the case for these psychedelic compounds. Here you have a class of natural compounds that are in early clinical studies showing to be extremely efficacious, right? So we thought, oh man, here's a chance to use all these years of experience, plugging away, making your green tea and your cranberry and your blueberry, all these different kinds of extracts, take all that experience and apply it to something that we know can save lives, right? So that was really, and also not really seeing many other companies with the right set of experience and skills to do it naturally, right? So that really was the aha moment, seeing the efficacy come out of the early clinical studies by Johns Hopkins and others.
Yeah. So kind of mentioning your team there, and you kind of mentioned some of these guys came over with you. I don't know if there's a direct correlation with, say, the COO or some of the other team, but do you mind touching on like Ryan Ross, who does some of the research and development first? And then maybe we can talk a little bit about Lisa Ronkin as well, the COO. Do those people come over with you, and kind of what experience do they have within that team?
So after we sold Matza Innovation in the summer of 2018, it's fair to say that a different culture arrived along with a much larger US-based acquirer. And unfortunately, before long, many of the team members from Matza started to resign. Filament really was an opportunity to collect. I say it was like getting the old band back together again and try our hands once again. So Lisa, our COO, she was the COO at Matza. Ryan, our head of research and development, had the same position at Matza, as well as Beatrice, who led our quality control systems and GMP certification. So having a team that already built a Health Canada licensed facility that manufactured probably thousands of kilograms of natural extracts in a GMP environment allowed us to, when we got started, really know what regulators and would be looking for and what steps we needed to take right from the outset. And I think that's one of the reasons why you've been able to see us advance quite quickly in terms of getting a Health Canada dealer's license, getting GMP certification, having patents issued, shipping GMP product across the border to the United States. You see a lot of other companies in the industry sort of saying that these things are coming, but we've been able to achieve them in a quite short time. And that's due to the fact that the team has not only worked together and already enjoys a significant amount of good chemistry, but that we've done this kind of a thing before. And we knew what to look for. We knew how to design the business plan and our strategy.
That's great to hear. So kind of leading into some recent news, it's nice kind of getting this full picture. You guys seem pretty excited just listening to you talk about some of the team members. Are super awesome. So we can finish up here with the recent uplisting, because I guess that was pretty big news to the OTCQB under the ticker symbol FLHLF. This was just recent. Anything you can say about it?
Yeah, we're proud to have uplisted to the OTC venture markets. I think it's a reflection of all the hard work that the finance team has been doing, really beginning with the going public effort in Canada, and then over the summer to working with the OTC team and others. We're excited that now our shares are more freely tradable all across North America. And so we're excited to share our story more broadly in the United States, because, as I mentioned, I think that if you look at the milestones and what we've actually achieved, we can, confidently say that we look like we compare quite favorably.
I really look forward to seeing how Filament's story continues to evolve here. I appreciate your time today, Ben.
You're very welcome.
In light of this, everyone, stay cool, stay awesome, and we'll catch you in the next one.